Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, M Sakura, just me now. It's been so long where it's just been me behind the camera. So much has happened. We've been doing other content, but I am back and I am doing solo content right now. Okay, so today's makeup video is also a catch up with me. So we're gonna be doing makeup and I'm just gonna be talking about, you know, where I am and how everything's been going. Before we get into the video, please make sure to comment down below what makeup would you like to see me do? Or what kind of videos would you like to see as an audience? I know that a lot of people say that they want to see makeup videos. And make sure to like this video if you like this video at any point. Subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications if you would like to get notified anytime we upload. And with that, let's just get into the makeup. I'm gonna start off by gluing my eyebrows down. I haven't done this on the channel in a long time. So I usually just take my glue stick and I rub it through my sideburns. Put your hair back because it's so annoying to have your hair just constantly in it. And then we do the brows back and forth. You take a brush and you comb it back down on the side. And then once that's down, you're just gonna add a couple of layers as they dry. Cash is here too. Say hi, Cash.
Hi.
Cash is behind the camera again.
Thank
Cash's
God.
beautiful face is locked behind the camera. She's in drag behind the camera right now. No, you have a mustache and a beard. That's how long it's been since you've been doing drag. We haven't done solo content in a while because we've been doing a lot of the shit soup, which a lot of you do seem to like, which I'm very happy with. But it's off season, so it's back to doing random stupid shit. I've been working out and losing weight. Can you tell? Don't say anything, Cash. Don't say anything. You smile behind the camera, you smug little asshole. Okay, so right when we started our shit soup, it was like almost in the middle of UK DragCon. So right at the beginning of the year, we came back from UK DragCon and the whole year started off kind of like a whirlwind. I got to meet so many wonderful fans over in the UK. It definitely was a different experience for me because I wore an outfit and we really rushed it. Like Marco really rushed it for me. He's working on it again, but I was wearing it down the runway and then it broke. But I wore this big Mega Man outfit and it was very cumbersome. It looked good, but it was very cumbersome and it broke. Our channel won a Wowie. I think it was because of the shit soup, but I really appreciate that WoW Presents was like, they noticed that we're doing YouTube work and we're putting a lot of content out there. I think that's so nice. I saw a YouTube video once where Trixie Mattel is like, she's like doing her brows up here and it's like this big purple thing and then she starts doing her face down here while she's doing it and she's like, if you are not doing anything while your brows are drying, then you are wasting your time, girl. And I am wasting my time. Okay, I'm gonna go for the next layer, but first I'm gonna lick it. It was really foamy. We did LA DragCon recently too. It was our second year. We did a theme that was cakes and bakeries and it was so cute. We had so much fun at DragCon. It took so long to get all of the cakes ready for that event though. It took us like days to get all of the cakes finished. We got to do DragCon with Nicky. It was so cute. I miss her and we got to catch up a little bit while we were doing our booth. Thank you so much to everyone that came by and told us that you love Geek Chic because I know that Nicky loves nerd stuff. Also, send her DMs. You should record more Geek Chic with M Sakura. Go for it now. Message her back. I want to do more Geek Chic videos, but I don't want to have someone else do it besides Nicky. You know what I mean? That's our thing together. And then if you want it like really flat, you can take your hands and warm them up like this. Put it over your brows. I don't know if it works, but I've been doing this for a while, so. Should we try Marsha's makeup? How fast can we make the video? Are there girls from season 15 that you want to see me do a makeup recreation with? I want to do more We Have That at Home, but there's so many girls that either don't have makeup tutorials or the tutorials that are out there, I'm just not really interested in doing the looks too much. But who would you guys like to see? We want to do Crystal Method. We want to do Sugar and Spice. I feel like we should do Mistress Isabel Brooks because of that big white crease. Like, is very, very apparent, you know? Everything is off. I wipe off all the powder. And next is primer. You always want to make sure that you use primer so that you have a guard barrier between your makeup and your skin. I'm using this Kimchi effin' primer because this is all I have left. So what's different about my makeup now is I start from the top and then I go down to the bottom. So right now I'm gonna do my forehead, but first I'm gonna block out where I want my white to go. So I'm gonna take this white brush, which is really gross. It has stuff on it still. And I'm gonna just mark this out where I want my white. I started using Dermablend. That's new since the last time we did a makeup tutorial because it's really light. It feels really light on the skin. If you're a queen that has heavy stubble or a lot of redness, definitely use a paint stick instead. But I can use Dermablend right now. So the reason why I go from top to bottom is if I ever have any fallout or I need to change anything, like I need to make anything sharper, then I don't have to do as much work to fix it later. That's the way that you clean in fast food. I've also started using more concealer too, because when we first started this channel, I had never used concealer, or like I barely used it because I had the paint sticks, but the concealer that I have here is another Kimchi one. It is very reliable. It's nice, it's very light, and not using the paint sticks has really helped my skin so much. Powder it all down right here. God, it's been so long since I've done one of these video casts. I don't even know what to fucking say. When we're doing the review shows, I'm talking to you, but here, I'm talking to myself. And it makes you feel kind of loony. Recently, no, I've been having a lot of imposter syndrome recently. There's something about making content. I'm not sure if I would be able to do all this content by myself because I get so worried about making content that it scares me away from making content. And I get so worried about making outfits and making hair sometimes that I just don't do it because I'm afraid of failure. Do you guys ever have that? You're afraid of failure, so you just don't do it. So you make yourself fail? That is so me. Oh my god, that's so me. So me? So I'm just taking this white cream and I'm gonna block out my white underbrow area. I had the best time the other day because Cash and the rest of Cosign, we all did a cover of New Jeans. We did Super Shy. Oh my god, that was so cute. I love to dance K-pop, but I never learned the actual moves and record it. I'll like get a vague understanding, dance it at the gym. But doing a cover was so fun. Doing a cover with Cosign specifically was so fun. If you guys don't know Shumai and Ophelia, they are good Judies here in LA. They are a big part of the AAPI community, but specifically the K-pop aspect of the AAPI community out here. And they are 2/3 of Cosign, which is Cash's group. I was gonna say cover group, but you guys are also gonna make music, right? Can I say that?
I guess. Why is making music so hard?
It's one of those things where it's like, for my album, I wanted to get a project manager, but I'm like, how do I get a project manager? Also too, I feel like that girl from the Cheetah Girls, they were like, how come you don't release music anymore because your voice is so good? And she's like, well, I'm just afraid of failure. It's literally that. Like, she has everything ready, she has everything set, but her first album didn't go the way that she wanted to, and the music industry is so different that it scared her away from making music. So the people who are able to just turn their brain off and be like, here's my music, I really admire them. Oh, we also reviewed All Stars 8, which was an endeavor, I would say. It was a fun... Hold on, I can't lie. Because we were like, damn, I'm getting really tired of making these reviews. So it took something out of me, yeah. How did you guys feel about All Stars 8? There are certain aspects that I really like, and like the comedy on a lot of queens really showed. Like Jessica Wilde was so funny. We got to see that Lala Ree was so funny. The main thing though is when I watch Drag Race, and especially All Stars, I love to see what girls do with their money. All Stars is supposed to be like a wow factor for me, and I feel like that's just not what I got, you know? I did say wow a lot. Wow. Cash and Adam and I were planning a trip to go to New Orleans. We should totally film some content while we're there. I think we're gonna do it anyway. If there's anywhere that you guys would suggest, like we see a drag show or any queer places that we should visit while we're there or any place to eat, please let me know. I am so bad at planning for trips sometimes.
Yes, you are.
I put a little bit of this like P. Louise base. It's like a pastel base. And I just used my middle finger to dab it onto this white that's here. Everything here is still wet. And I'm just gonna set it with some powder. I'm gonna set it with some eyeshadow. It's gonna make it really vibrant. Pride season was crazy this year. Pride season, I was like doing something every other day. One of the weekends, I went from San Francisco to Seattle and then back to San Francisco in like less than a week. And shout out to anyone who's come and seen me perform recently, because a fair amount of you guys have come up and said you watch our YouTube, and that means the world to me. That makes me so happy. Did you ever get people saying that they watch the Soup Cash to you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. Recently, I just finished Persona 5, which now I'm on Persona Strikers, which is the sequel. I think I should do a Geek Chic for it because Personas are really cool looking. It really inspires me. Like, I want to make an outfit based off of it. So it's like a JRPG, you know, J cool, J fashion, J main character, J this, J that, J Abrams. Not just an RPG, it's also a real life simulator. So all the fighting takes place in the metaverse, which is like in their minds or like in a cognitive space, which means that like all of your relationships and the things, how you feel, like affect your appearance in the metaverse. I've been performing a lot recently with at Morgan McMichael's shows here in LA, and it's so fun to perform with Morgan. She's like one of my favorite people now. I never in a million years thought I was going to move to Los Angeles and have Morgan McMichaels as a friend in drag. It just didn't occur to me that that was a possibility, and now here she is. Okay, so what I've been doing now is when I finish with my eyeshadow, or most of my eyeshadow, or I want to blend more on top. I learned this from the Deja Sky tutorial. I'm gonna take a little bit of setting spray and I'm gonna set this right here and let it dry. So I'm gonna let that dry. And what this does is like, it's kind of like when they repaint the dolls. Like, you can't repaint the dolls. They spray Mr. Super Clear in between the layers of pastel so that it sets the layer, but the next layer has something to grab onto and it can be a lot more vibrant. We were talking about cereal a second ago. If you are a cereal girly, I don't know what that means, but if you're a cereal girly, make some noise in the comments down below. What is your favorite cereal? I feel like you can judge someone accurately based on their favorite cereal, don't you think? Like, what's a straight coated cereal? Apple Jacks. Special K is so straight. Ew, that's like suburban straight. My top favorite cereal is Fruity Pebbles. It's gay. It tastes limey. It's colorful and really, really freaking gay. I do not like Cocoa Puffs.
Oh.
But I like Cocoa Pebbles.
Captain Crunch.
You don't like Captain Crunch?
Oh my god.
Why? What did he ever do to you? He is a respected captain. Now I'm gonna outline the black for my crease. Wait, you don't like Captain Crunch, but what's your favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, yeah, I feel that. Okay, you know what? That's taste.
Fruit Loops and ground beef. Y'all know about that? Y'all need to try that. I pour my cereal first, then I put the ground beef on top, mix it up just like this. You don't need no milk. You don't need no milk. Look at that.
It looks like it hurts. Oh, you know what else I did? I did an interview with Maddy Morphosis, the Give It To Me Straight. That was so fun. She's very funny. She's very funny, but she's very relaxed. She's very like, yeah. She's very cerebral. She thinks a lot. To go to show it. She brought up one of the videos that we did on this channel, and she was like, and I quote, "I hate her name." So, everyone's gonna see everything that you make, so just be careful with what you say. Oh my god, Nicky doll, shut the fuck up. Well, wait. We were just talking about Nicky and doing Geek Chic. I asked her, she said, I mean, how can I say no? I'm literally the reason it's not really happening more often. You can absolutely do it. Who would that be? Just have a fun intro of people celebrating my past as the co-host in black and white with dramatic music. Absolutely. Oh, she said she's still coming back though. So do not count her out because Nicky loves to talk about fashion, but she also loves to talk about video game fashion. So this is what we're gonna go for. I'm gonna do it on the other side. So just a little bit of white liner to define everything and then some black liner. So I'm gonna take this liner and just line underneath this black. So I did Jimbo's show and it was so cute, it was so fun. Jimbo is an excellent host and the show is very, very well produced. And now I'm just going to put some white liner under here. Did you hear you crunching?
You gonna pick up?
I think so. I think it will pick up. Now I'm going to outline the black of my eye. And then I like to kind of go here in the middle and kind of block out where I want like the curve right there to go. Fill the rest of this in with black and I'm going to powder it down. While it's still a little tacky, I'm going to add some black eyeshadow just so it's a little bit matte. When you use liquid liner and you don't put anything over it, it gets really shiny in pictures or sometimes it'll have like shine while you're on stage and it does not, something about it, just, it doesn't look good. I got enough liquid black on there, so now I'm just gonna take some black shadow, pack some on there. And this is another reason why I go from like top to bottom right now. If I like did underneath first, then what's gonna happen is with this black shadow, it's gonna fall down and muddy everything underneath it. So if I do it like this, just like that, then everything that's underneath, I can literally just like wipe away. Oh my god, there's no, okay. I'm gonna take concealer and I'm gonna put it in a triangle. Then I'm gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. Honestly, the bottom of my face now are really, really simple. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my Derma Blend and I'm going to put some on my fingers and I'm gonna blend it out. So now that I've blended the highlight and the base tone, I'm going to do my contour. Trace the bottom of my chin, and then I'll blend that downward. Since we're on YouTube right now, it's gonna like show up really well, so I don't have to put on too much product, but you can put on more contour if you want. Just don't go crazy with it. The stick and put it here where my sideburns are, and then I'm gonna blend it outwards this way. And then as I go towards the center of the face, it's gonna get lighter and lighter. I take a small itty bitty tiny brush and some of the contour. Follow the line of my crease down, imaginary line down here. And then I'm gonna blend it with my pinky. I don't normally use like the beauty blender for this part because all the beauty blenders I have are so big. Now I'm going to take this same small brush. I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna add a triangle under the nose to make it look flatter. I'm done laying down my foundation. So what I'm gonna do now is powder it. And then when I'm done powdering it, I'm going to brush it all off. Now that I done powdered, crazy. I am crazy right now. I'm gonna take more setting spray and I'm gonna set this. This is what I learned from Deja Sky. And this is how I learned how to get her, like, her blending is crazy, but this is the closest I feel like I can get to her blending. I'll take some white shadow. And a somewhat fluffy brush. It's like a smaller fluffy brush. And I'm gonna place it at my highest highlights. And then I'll put some right here in the inner corner. And see, what's happening with the white is it's cutting the contour on the nose a little bit. So you could do this technically and not add any more powder contour on your nose. That's totally fine, but I'm going to do it. And if you're really doing fine details, you can take a very, very small brush and put the white here towards the center of that line you made. Go up. Next up, we're gonna add our contour. And I'm gonna take some of this is Anastasia Beverly Hills contour. And I'm gonna start right here where the crease is. I place it in there and then I drag it down the nose. Blend it up a little bit into it more. So see, this blends into this and this blends into this, just like that. And then underneath it, I have a much darker foundation powder. Take this like flat edge brush and I'm going to make this bottom flat. So what that does is it creates a dimension. It looks like the bottom of my nose is a lot flatter and sharper this way. So the next part is easy. I just take a contour brush and I go underneath where the contour is over here. Make sure to blend into your neck. If you don't blend, it will look very suspicious. And then I'll take some product, that same medium tone, and bring it towards my sideburns, concentrate it towards the middle, and then fan it out in like smooth circular motions with this fluffy brush. Another step in the process later, we're gonna make it more sharp. We're gonna make the contour line a little bit more sharp. Right now is just about achieving this kind of gradient look. Next up, dark contour again. At the deepest part of my contour, I'm gonna press it and then just blend it out from that one spot. And I'm not going as far as the other contour went. I'm only going maybe about halfway and blending it into that contour that's already there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add blush. This is the Kimchi Trixie blush that they have. It's so cute. I use it for pink eyeshadows all the time now because it's so hard to find pink shadow. But if you don't have pink shadow, just use blush. And I'm gonna dot on the nose, and I'm gonna dot here, I'm gonna dot here, here, and here, and now I'm gonna blend it in. I'm gonna take a little bit of red or whatever deep color I have. Right now I have this like, it's almost like a neon pink. I think this is gonna go really well. So I'm gonna place it right in the middle of those blushes that I did. And I'm going to blend them out just in the middle of them. It's subtle, but it makes a world of difference in the final product. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another layer of setting spray. Just a nice quick layer. I'm gonna take this art brush, it's like a little sponge art brush, and I'm gonna take some powder and I'm going to cut my cheek with it, just with my translucent powder. And this is while my setting spray is still wet. Now that it's dry like your vagina, I'm gonna take this white shadow and I'm going to go over it again. Now that I've added another layer of setting spray, more white can adhere to the face. See, I couldn't add any more white before, but now that I've done the setting spray, more shows up on the face. Okay, now what I wanna do is I wanna do my bottom liner. I would say like it's like motocross cyberpunk look. I'm going to try to pull everything back this way and not have too much white on the eyes. So I'm actually gonna line the black first just to see where I want everything. Adam and I went to a buffet that we have been wanting to go ever since the pandemic started because we saw a video where a guy went to this buffet that's in Universal City. You can get all you can eat crab legs, like king crab legs, and all you can eat lobster. So Adam and I went to this restaurant. They had all you can eat lobster and king crab legs, which is insane for the price that we got it. What was it, like $150 a person? I would like slurp up a whole lobster, come back, and they would bring another whole one. I don't want to exaggerate and say that it was like one of the most momentous occasions of my life, but if I did have a child, it would probably be above that. Sorry, future children. They're not coming. There's not gonna be any future children. White cream. I'm gonna be heading back to the UK too. At the end of the year, I'm gonna be back for UK DragCon. I'm not necessarily sure how it's gonna work. I don't think this year I'll bring the whole team, because last year we spent a lot of money to get there, and then I didn't make too much money. So at the end of the day, it kind of is a business, so I can't just like throw out all this money. Cash and I are gonna go because Cash is spending our miles. That's the thing with me is like, you catch up with me, my credit still hasn't gotten better. I still have bad credit since before Drag Race, which is kind of sad, really. This year, by the end of this year, I am planning to pay off all of my debt that I have from all the credit cards that I amassed before Drag Race. My mom just got student debt forgiveness. Did you hear that, Cash? At least someone forgives her. Okay, now that I've done this bottom liner, I just like kind of tweaked it with a little bit of shadow and a little bit of white liner. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm gonna set it again, and then while I'm wet, I'm gonna take a nice fluffy brush and some highlights, and I'm gonna place it up here towards this corner of my face. If your setting spray is still wet, this will adhere a lot better. While everything else is drying, I can go ahead and go in with my white liner on the tip of my nose, and I'll add one where I had the highlight earlier. All right, now there's nothing left to do except the lips. So lips, I'm just gonna take a darker liner. I'm gonna take like more of a cool tone, dark plum liner. On the bottom, I'm gonna go where my lips stop, right under it, and I'll do the same thing as I did on top. When I do my lips, I never really use lipstick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just like this brush already has a little bit of red on it. I'm gonna take some of the neon pink that I have over here, and I'm just gonna add some color to the lips right here. And then in the middle, I'm gonna add some of this like dark purple and plum color. And now the thing that really makes it like not so flat is I add white liner, do a line. So I'm doing it the same way that I would illustrate it on a piece of paper. So I'm gonna set my face, I'm gonna add my contacts, I'm gonna add my lashes, and I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and I will be back in the final look.
Charlie's Angels 2.
Ooh, I like that. Charlie's Angels 2? That's such a compliment. Thank you. Okay, everyone, we are back. This is the final look. This is my blue motocross Namilia inspired outfit. So if you don't know what brand this is, the K-pop girlies, they always wear this brand. I saved up a couple $100s and I was like, I want one for myself. So I got this. It's really cute, right? Love it! Anyways, I'm back doing solo content. It was basically the whole thing of this video. If you stayed around to the end, if you watched the makeup tutorial, bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. I hope to make a lot more good content in the future. Another thing I learned is I didn't really do too much over the last few months, and maybe I should be doing a lot more, so whenever I come back to check in, I have something to talk about, right? Cash, can you add the la 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 la? Carnival. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for catching up with me. I hope to catch up with you guys too. Leave in the comments down below, how have you guys been since the last time we did solo content? I'd just like to know how your lives are going. Like, you don't have to trauma dump or anything like that. It's not, not like psychiatry corner. I mean, you can, that's up to you. Anything is engagement, but just let me know how you're doing, like what you've been up to, something that you did recently, or you've traveled, what you've seen, if you've seen any Drag Race Girls Live. I'd love to hear about it. And of course, if you like this video at any time, just the thumbs up right there, and ring the bell for notifications and subscribe if you want to get notified every time we upload a new video. I hope in the future we're able to create more Geek Chics, We Have That at Home, Digital Drag Mom, Gay Outings, all the other series that we are working on this channel. I really hope to really refine those this year and get them out on a continuous basis. I know that we can be a little bit here and there with our scheduling sometimes, but I definitely think going forward we're going to be doing a lot more of these. We're going to kick ass. Also, special thanks to all of our amazing patrons on Patreon. You guys are the real heroes of all of this. You guys help support me and keep me going, and if you guys would like to help support this channel, please go down in the description below. There is a link to become a patron on Patreon. You get lots of different perks, but the biggest perk of all is helping this channel grow and helping to pay for some of the expenses and pay for cash and all that jazz. So, yeah, I guess with that, we're gonna say, tuck you later, tuck you soon. My nipple keeps falling out though. That's the only thing.
Where?
Like when I go like this, it's like on the cusp. I was performing the other day and I went like this and my nipple popped right out. I was so embarrassed.